The internet has been lighting up like Christmas, New Year's with Serena Williams. Check it out. We don't know if she did it or not. We don't know what's going on. But one thing we do know is society, it can be a very vicious place to be. And when you are a celebrity, sometimes if you're not careful, you can lose yourself as well as your identity. And this is why it's imperative to stay grounded mentally and spiritually. Serena Williams, one of the most admired athletes of our time. And just look at her, man. It's easy to think of a black female gladiator. Gorgeous. Her toned, chiseled frame, along with her beautiful mocha chocolate face, was definitely one to look at until recent. One thing I'm not going to do is go in disrespectfully on her because we don't know the back end story of if or why she bleached her gorgeous African complexion. If she did, this is proof money does not bring happiness. We don't know what Serena Williams is going through, if she's going through anything, for her to make such a life-changing transformation. Man, I've heard everything from Serena wants to be white to Serena has mental issues, but when you have a lot of people riding on your success for their success, sometimes people are put in positions of a forced nature, if that's the case. But other than that, we can only speculate why she would want to desecrate such an amazing beauty. Well, here at the Fokus family, we're going to send her prayers and whatever she's going through, if she's going through something, we hope she comes through it with flying colors, because in all honesty, if that's true, that's not a normal thing to do. And with that said, good evening, beautiful people. What's up, Tim?
Hey, what's up, Chuck?
Ladies and gentlemen, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Y'all know what we do here every damn Monday and Friday.
Hey, man, today's Friday, man.
It is.
Happy Friday, brother.
I'm happy to be here, brother. I had a good week, man. I went and got some tires on the car. I got to take a drive to L.A. I like that drive to L.A.
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I fly, but sometimes, man, you want to just think. Get your thoughts together, man. Think about who you ain't going to fuck up. You know, who you're not going to mess up. You know, who you want to have in your life, who you want to continue to have in your life, who you want to get rid of.
Right. Did you make the drive by yourself?
Yes, I made the drive. Well, I haven't made it yet. I went and got my tires.
Okay,
and
for the drive.
For the drive.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, man.
Gotcha.
What about yourself, brother?
Oh, man, you know, just working and grinding and working, man. You know, spending time with the family, you know, going to my boys' games. They trying to push these games out as quickly as possible, as get them in as many as they can into the end of this school year. So they're doing 21 games in 31 days.
Hey, look, that's cool, man. That's real. But check it out. Earlier this week, man, we did a little special clip on Drake and Naomi.
Right.
Did you see the pictures of that girl, man?
Yeah, I saw him.
I mean, I know you're married and you can't,
No, I'm married, but I'm not blind.
Okay, yeah. The pictures of that, wow. Hey, you know, she was married. She was engaged for 8 years, and Drake took her in 8 seconds.
Man, 8 years, that's a long time to be engaged.
That's a long time to be engaged. Something's going on. That's, you know, and that's why I was saying earlier this week, man, that something was not solid in their relationship for anybody to come and peel her that fast.
But it was Drake.
I don't give a damn. I don't care if it was Michael Jackson.
She did.
Well,
obviously.
Yeah, she did. But I mean, she did. But you know, hey, man, if your relationship's solid, man, ain't nobody gonna pull you apart, especially for some glitz and glamour. Do she know the business? Probably not.
Right.
Now, I'm not gonna say she don't know, but majority of the time she don't. The majority of the time, people don't know the business. They just see what they see on TV and they want that.
Right.
And they are willing to sacrifice everything that they have to get that. And they get into this business and realize that this business is a monster.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, I've been thinking about that, man, since we launched that, man. You know, since we launched it on Tuesday, man. Yeah. God, man, then the man pouring his heart out online. Drake took my girl.
Now he's a star. He's famous.
For crying. I wouldn't want to be famous for that. You know, crying because Drake took my girlfriend. Because that's all it was his girlfriend. It wasn't his fiance. That was his girlfriend. That was his chick, man. That was his girlfriend. That wasn't his wife.
So you think he's listening to Jodeci? I Will Cry For You?
Whew, man. Come and talk to me. Come on, man. Let's get to this mailbox.
Hey, man.
Come on.
You sure? You ready?
I'm ready, bro. Let's get to the mailbox.
Let's do it, y'all. Come on.
Lady, I will cry for you. Let me stop messing with that, man.
Hey, Chuck, check this out, man. This was sent to us by Gino Martinez.
Gino Martinez.
And he said, so I took this chick out on a date. The bill comes and it's $63. I gladly paid for it. All I asked her to do was leave a tip.
Come here.
She caught a slight attitude behind that, then waits till she leaves to text all this. Y'all men don't need to date if y'all broke. Was I wrong for asking her to leave a tip? Your thoughts?
Yeah, man, you were. If you're gonna ask a woman out, dude, you gotta be ready to take care of that, man. Ask her, hey, babe, you know, would you like? I would love that. I would. And some dudes, they be at them. I would love to just take you out just one time. She'd be like, no, I don't want to go. Just one time, take you out. Just one time. We want to go to dinner one time. She's like, all right, I'm gonna go out to dinner with you one time. Hey, the bill, okay? $63. You can you leave a tip?
Right.
You ain't gonna never see her again.
Maybe all he had was a $63 bill.
Nah, man. Women done heard it all, dude. I left my wallet at home, left my wallet in the car. This. They done heard it all. Men have heard it all, too. You know, people use each other, man. Check it out. I'm going to take her out because I want to get physical with her. Or I'm going to go out with him because I want a free dinner. You know, and then after the dinner, you know, well, hey, you know, I got to go to my sister's house or and then or the dude, hey, you know what? Da-da-da-da-da.
Right.
Instead of just being straight up, look, I want to take you out. I want to spend the night with you.
Right.
Some women, hey, let's rock and roll. I'm single. You single? Let's do it.
So, I mean, he couldn't just go and drop $75 down and go on and rock and just let that be that?
She right. If you can't date, don't. I'm not going to ask a woman out, man, and then when the bill comes, ask her for some money.
Now, I don't know how old he is, but it sounds like he might be a youngster, man.
I mean, look, I got youngsters. I got young men in my family. I told Trayvon this. I said, son, when you start dating, you got to do this. Told him how to be a gentleman, you know, and I told him the difference between being a gentleman and a sucker, too.
Right.
I said, look, if you're going to ask a young lady out, you do it. You make sure you cover her. You protect her, and how you go pick her up the same way you bring her home. Right. All right. But I teach them the difference between being a gentleman and a sucker. What's his name? Jose Martinez? What's his name? Gino Martinez. Man, she right, dude. If you can't date, you shouldn't.
You know, but you know what? I teach my boys the same exact thing. But you know, everybody don't have that man in their life like that.
You're right, man. You're right.
So we don't know if he had that father figure in his life or not.
But we could say he might be young. But there's these old cats out here who be like that too.
Some cheap old cats.
They were like, you know, hey, you know, you lead a tip. Right. You lead a tip. Right. So what y'all think, ladies? I already know what y'all think. You can comment if you want to, but I already know what y'all think. But fellas, if you're gonna ask a woman out, should you take care of the bill? Should she take care of the tip? Or maybe y'all should have discussed, we're gonna go Dutch. Right. She probably wouldn't have went. Right. But
I mean, because me personally, I think, you know, the person who asked the person out, I mean, even if a lady asks a man out, you know, she shouldn't ask you out and expect you to pay for it. You know,
I've had that done to me before.
And it's not right.
And I told her, I said, we're going to be washing dishes tonight. I had the money too.
Because she took you on a date.
She asked me out.
She needed you to pay.
And then I got to go in my pocket.
She probably took you somewhere fancy too, huh?
Man, look, let me tell you something, boy. The after facts of that date, I ain't even go there.
Man,
what y'all think?
You probably put some new socks on and everything.
I did. I put some new socks on. And what do y'all think? What do y'all think about that? You know, or maybe, or you know what? You know what? That? Check this out, ladies. Here's another way to look at it. Maybe he took her out on a date. Well, that's still no excuse. But maybe he took her out on a date and found out she was just super duper ratchet.
There's still no excuse.
No excuse.
No. If you ask her out, you pay for it. I mean, even if the date don't go the way you think it should go, you gotta chalk that up as a loss. Yeah, because I'm quite sure she went on social media and tore his ass up on social media. No, if you're gonna be a man, be a man.
Be a man. Be a man, damn it.
Hey Chuck, man, ever since we started doing this show, man, we had a lot of interesting things on the family meetings, man.
Yes.
And I've had a young brother that a coworker of mine that I work with, and he brought something to my attention. He says, you know, he's been in a relationship with this girl for a while now. I'm not exactly sure. He just told me they've been in a relationship for a while. Okay. And I know they have a young daughter, but he was saying that he asked me about happiness in his relationship because he knows that I've been married for a long time now. Okay. And he said basically what his question was is that his wife or his girl, I'm not sure if they're married or not. He says that she's not happy, and he wants to know, can you make a person happy? Because he says he does everything he can to try to make her happy, but it doesn't work. And he says his thoughts on it is that you can't make someone happy that's not happy inside with themselves. You have to make yourself happy first. But he didn't know if that was the right way of thinking, so he wanted to ask someone, and he wanted to know if I could bring this up on the show. So I wanted to bring that to you in saying that, do you think that you can make someone happy who's not happy with themselves inside?
Absolutely not. I've been down this road before, man. People, man, they have different things that they battle inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it is self-consciousness. A lot of it is when you meet a person that's really insecure, it's because they're not confident within themselves. Okay. All right, that's just my experience. I'm no doctor or anything. This is just my personal experience. When you meet someone and they're not happy with themselves, they lean on you they have the tendency to lean on you to do that for them. But in reality, you're supposed to come into someone's life and add to their happiness.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to make them happy. When you add to someone's happiness, it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing, man. I can only imagine what he goes through at home,
right.
man.
I agree. I mean, I think you can contribute to someone's happiness who's already happy. You can make them happier because I think just like when me and my wife got together,
right.
You know, I loved what her personality and what it was about
right.
her. That's what made me happy. Her being who she is.
Right.
You know, but if I'm counting on her to make me happy.
Right.
I mean, I'm looking to be disappointed. I would think.
I don't want that responsibility. That is a big, big responsibility for me to be responsible for somebody else's happiness.
Now I'm looking for her to keep me, keep me going, keep being who she is,
right.
and not to change on me,
right.
But not to make me happy.
That's a big, big responsibility. And you have people, man, that they don't know their purpose in life. Mm-hmm. Once you realize your purpose in life, happiness tends to come because you realize your purpose in life. A lot of people don't know. They don't know what they're here for. Mm-hmm. So they go through life. We're talking people 40, 45 plus years old. They still don't know what they're here for. Okay. So what happens is they lean on someone else to try to figure out what they're here for. They try to make themselves, what's the word I'm looking for? They try to make themselves accessible
okay.
through somebody else.
Okay.
Through somebody else. It's not your responsibility to make nobody else happy. I can't be with a person who is not happy already. Mm-hmm. All right. I love it if we can make each other, if we can contribute to each other's happiness. But that is a big responsibility, man.
Now, do you think people who are miserable, that they would rather bring someone down to their misery,
of course,
than to try to uplift themselves?
Of course.
Is that what makes it even harder to try to make someone happy?
Because it's an old saying, brother, misery loves company.
Right.
No matter who, they could be a good person. They could be a good person on the outside. Misery loves company, and it is what it is. They will try to bring you down to their misery, and it's just not cool, man.
Right.
It's not cool.
So what do you guys think? I mean, can you make someone else happy, or can you just contribute to an already happy person?
Do you know when a person is not happy inside, do you know it can affect their health? It can affect their health mentally, physically, spiritually. It can affect all of that, man. So, yeah, what do y'all think about that?
Let us know.
All right.
Man, Chuck, I got a pet peeve for you today.
Man. You've been having a lot of them.
This one I was just thinking about because when I'm around somebody that does this, it just really bothers me.
Right.
And it probably won't. I don't know if it bothers you or not, but knuckle cracking.
I crack my knuckles too, man.
Body part cracking.
I crack my knuckles,
just
dude.
The sound of that, it just you know, it bothers me.
I crack my knuckles, man. And you know what? It's a bad habit because, you know, you lose the stuff in your knuckles.
Yeah.
You know? I got to stop that, man.
But I mean, it's funny because I've never seen you do it when I'm around you.
Right. Yeah,
I
crack them.
So you crack it at night or something in the bed when you?
I crack them all the time, man. I got to stop, man. You know, sometimes, man, hey, now check this out. Sometimes you can, like, make love to a woman so good to where she crack her feet.
Damn, what?
You getting it in, boy. She crack them feet, them toes. Pow! Like, feet up in the air. Just,
right.
Oh, yeah. Because you're doing your job. So sometimes knuckle cracking, bone cracking.
So you trying to say if I ain't heard no feet cracking, then I ain't been doing my job?
No,
that's what you're
I'm
saying.
not gonna say that.
That's what you're saying, bro.
I'm just saying, you know.
You just said it, brother.
I didn't say if you didn't.
Because I haven't heard no feet crack. I think I done did some things.
I'm quite. Well, you've been married a long time. I'm quite sure you done cracked her toes. You probably just didn't know it.
Maybe I'm just getting old and losing my hearing.
No, no. You just, you know. But hey, a lot of people, man. You know who couldn't? My mother couldn't stand that.
But I can't stand that, dude.
Knuckle cracking.
It's just, you know, and my son does it sometimes. He does it sometimes.
Hey, you know what?
You know,
Sometimes
I haven't heard him do it a lot, but I have heard it before.
You know, like when you're in school, right? You're in high school or whatever, and you about to fight, you go.
Yeah.
I used to do that.
You used to do that too?
Oh, yeah, I used to do that.
Yeah, that's just a pet peeve of mine, man.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? I mean, are you a knuckle cracker, or do you live with a knuckle cracker, or do you crack nuts?
You know, my nuts cracked. Today's social ID, ladies and gentlemen, it was all over Instagram. It was all over Facebook. It was all over because there was some folks feeling some type of way about this. There was some folks that was going in on this couple. There was some folks that was rocking with this couple. Everybody had their opinion about this.
Right.
And we are definitely going to give ours.
That's right.
What do you think about this right here?
I think that is a nice dress.
Let's blow it up.
What do you think? They're calling it the Band-Aid dress, right?
Yeah, the Band-Aid dress. Let me tell you this. What you see right there, brother, takes work. What you see right there, look at him. He's built too.
Yeah.
He's built too. It's obvious they work out.
Right.
Okay? Here's my thing. If you got it, you want to flaunt it, flaunt it.
Right.
I don't think that's trashy at all. I think, hey, that's them. I think the lady looks damn good.
Well, one thing that I was hearing too on this, Chuck, was that, okay, put yourself in his place,
right?
If that's your wife, if that's your wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys go out like that, or do you want to deal with the attention that it's gonna draw from the eyes and the looks and the everything that's gonna bring to her?
Look at him. Who gonna fuck with him? Look at him.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody messing with that cat. Check it out, man. When you work hard at something, some people work hard on their physique.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that somebody's gonna, somebody gonna approach him or somebody gonna try to walk up and just start talking to her while he's standing there.
The ones that's talking negative about her wish they could be like her. That woman looks good, brother. She looks good. And you know what? The dress that she got on, is it a little too much? Well, it depends on the eye.
Right.
Me personally, would I want my woman to be out like that? If she felt like it, she worked hard on it.
Right.
Why not?
Right.
Why not? I don't see nothing too revealing about that dress that she has on. Mm-hmm. I think it just reveals just enough.
Now, do you think there's a thin line between confident and trashy?
Of course.
There is a thin line.
I think there's a thin line.
I don't think it is. I think it's confident.
I think there is a thin line between confidence and trashy, but I don't think that's the situation here. Okay. I think that's confident. I worked hard on this body.
Right.
I worked my ass off on this body. So if I want to wear a dress to show a little bit of thigh,
right.
If I want to wear a dress to show a little bit of cleavage,
right.
I'm going to do it. Look how he built, bruh.
Right.
Look at this dude. Look at this dude right here. Hold on. Let me pull this over here. Look at this cat. Look at that.
But see, you know
he
what?
He hit the gym too.
If I were in that place,
right.
You know what I mean? I'm more confident and I'm more willing to be out with her like that while she's with me.
Yeah.
Than without me.
Yeah, I would rather her be with me, definitely.
So she's out with her man and she's dressed the way she wants to dress, and he don't have a problem with it. She don't have a problem with it. There is no problem with it, as far as I'm concerned.
The thing about her being with him dressed like that is that's her bodyguard. You know what I mean? If she was somewhere else dressed like that, she could attract a whole bunch of negativity to her, man. Disrespectful stuff. Guys coming up on her and being disrespectful to her. But you never know what she knows how to do either.
Now, could the negativity from the ladies, that when it comes from that point, could it be ladies that wish they would look like that?
Brother, let me tell you something, man. There's a lot.
They can't wear a dress like that?
Brother, bingo. There's a lot of women, man, right now who don't take care of themselves like her, that really wish they could look like her. Now, don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean that they're not happy in their own skin.
No.
That doesn't mean they're not comfortable in their own skin.
No, not at all.
They're just like, if they had a choice, I would love to look like her or be built like her. Him, man, he give me inspiration. I got to go hit the gym now.
Well, see, to me, I'm one that's always with confidence and happiness.
Right.
Because there are women who don't look like her that would wear a dress like that.
And they can't do that, man.
I've
seen some tragedies.
Right, but if they're confident and they're happy within themselves,
right,
shouldn't that be the only thing that matters? Is if they're happy with themselves?
No, man. Some people cannot wear that dress, dude.
Now tell me why.
Because they can't. It's not gonna look like it looks on her. Some people can't wear that dress, bro.
It's not gonna look like it looks on her.
Tim, they can't wear it.
But if she's happy with who she is, bruh.
Okay.
Then what?
Man, come on, man. You're going to make me go here, dude. Certain women, okay, put it like this. A 300-pound woman couldn't wear that.
As long as it's...
she can. She can wear it, but...
But look, if she's happy, and as long as it's covering her essentials, she ain't out there naked, you know what I mean? Then, is it okay? If she's happy. Now, if she's out there looking like she embarrassed, That's the part right there. But what I'm saying, but if she's out there and she confident with it, it's because it's men. Hey, it's some men out there that like women that's.
Oh, let me tell you something.
250 plus.
Oh, brother, I know some sexy big girls. I know some sexy big girls, brother. But we're not talking about them sexy big girls. You just said a big ass woman, 300 pounds wearing that dress. That's not going to work, man.
But if she's confident, what's the difference in a 300-pound woman you saying and a 300-pound woman that's sexy? The confidence, right?
Okay, I'm with you. All right, I'm with you. Would you want to see a woman that's 350 pounds, cellulite all over the place, and rolls everywhere wearing that dress?
Me personally, no. But there are men that would.
Right. There are men. There's some beasts out there, man. Mm-hmm. That's some. Yeah, you're right.
Because me personally, I wouldn't want to see a woman that's 85 pounds wearing a dress like that, because that's not what me.
Oh, that's a lot of bone.
I wouldn't want to see it. But what I'm saying is that there are men who would like that.
Hey, look, man, I want to know what they think. All right, what do y'all think about that dress right there? All right, just be real about it. All right, could you be 400 pounds wearing that dress?
Now, are you just talking about the dress period, or her wearing that dress out in public?
What do you mean?
Just the dress period? Because you said, what do you think about that dress? Each person might say, yeah, it's a nice dress. Okay, yeah, it is a nice dress. But would I want to see a 400 pound, 300 pound woman wearing that dress? No. But to the men that like big women, that like the 300-pound women. It's cool, man. More power. What do you think? Yeah. What y'all think? Would you want to see your lady wearing something like that? Can't wait for this one. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of the family. And remember to hit that like and subscribe button, because it's not blood related, it's love related. That's right, Tim. So look, if you have letters, you have questions, we have answers, and we have suggestions. So send your letters and questions to onefocusfamily@gmail.com. And don't forget, we load up a new segment every Monday and every Friday at 6 p.m. I'm Chuck Lounge. And I'm Tim B. And remember, family only keeps us strong. Till next time.